Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. For those who are watching for the first time and those who are watching regularly my YouTube videos, this is the first time I'm putting out some content which is almost like forecasting, right? So in this video, I call it the big picture, and we're going to discuss the time cycles for the entire year ahead, the important time zones where we must focus, what possible scenarios can happen, like high or low. We are going to study the confluence of these cycles on a weekly and daily chart, right? It's very important that you don't stick to one time frame. It is very important that you have multiple time frame analysis. So this is what I always teach the advanced concept members, that you should always do multiple time frame analysis, so you will have a different view on each time frame. When you add each time frame's view, it will be very clear of what you need to do ahead. Now, before I start this video, I would like to thank all of you for the support. We are reaching almost 500 subscribers. And this is the first time, at least for me, where I'm trying to build a community where all the traders are here for pure learning. I know I don't share tips and I don't share suggestion hints in the market. I have provided a price action course, which is your Elite Wave Master course. It's there on YouTube, available in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, English, and it is useful for you if you study it. All right. Before we begin, you must understand one concept. The concept is called time inversion. Those who are following regularly in the Telegram group, we do intraday time analysis. You already know the meaning of time inversion. But for those who are watching for the first time, it is very important that I explain it to you. All right. So time inversion is one of the concepts, one of the phenomena of time analysis. Those who study time, right, using astrology, geometry, numerology, whatever it may be, GAN analysis, GAN angles, whatever you want to call it, does not matter. Time inversion is a universal concept, but it is the most dangerous concept of time analysis. Why? Because you cannot predict it in advance. All right. So, for example, let me tell you, this is one time zone. Okay, let's say X time zone. This X time zone, as per your time analysis method, you are expecting a high to be made in the market. Okay, as per your analysis, you're expecting a high to be made in the market and reversal. Okay, done. Now, what actually happens is, suddenly, instead of a high, market makes a low in the exact time zone. All right, time zone did not change. Your time date did not change. Everything is same, but price action becomes exactly opposite. So as per your analysis, you're expecting a high, market did a low there. Okay, this is called inversion, exact opposite to your expectation. This is called time inversion. You cannot predict it in advance. You have to wait till you arrive at the time zone. Only then you have to see what happens. All right. So this is the concept you must know before we get into the video. Now let's discuss the time cycles for the coming year in the weekly time frame first. All right. So on the weekly time frame, I'll mark few time zones, and we're going to add slow by slow. We're going to add a little bit details to that. We'll add some more color to it, and we'll try to figure out important time zones for the remaining part of the year. So we already know market has been trending. It has been moving up with a very furious momentum. After this time analysis, we'll connect it with price. All right. So that's what I do research on, time and price. If you do like such videos, and definitely do give a like to this video, I'll be more motivated to come out with such more content. The reason for me to put out this video is very simple. Many retailers are getting trapped. Many retailers are getting trapped. First, they're getting trapped by trading in the wrong times. Second, they're getting trapped in the loop of buying and selling courses, where people, buy courses and they don't know exactly what they're buying it for. Time analysis, GAN analysis cannot be taught in one single course. Even astrology cannot be taught in one single course. It takes years of practice. Okay, anyway, let's get back into our topic. Weekly time frame cycle. 4th week of August. The first one is 4th week of August. Let's go to August. Let's mark this. Okay, so this is the 4th week of August. I'll go to a daily time frame. It'll be easier to mark, right? Just 4th week. Yeah, somewhere here. Second, let me just take this tool. Yeah. Let's keep this orange color. 4th week of August. Done. Next important time zone. This is a weekly time frame. All right. So I'll just mark W here. We'll understand which time frame it is, right? So on a weekly time frame, 4th week of August is important, and the last week of September as well as October 1st week. Now, what can we expect in this time zone? Let me just mark it first. The last week of September starts from, okay, nearly 30th September. That becomes the 1st week of October, right? So we'll mark that leave. The last week of September starts from, as per the trading calendar, 23rd September. All right. So as per this, 23rd September to 7th October. So this is the second time zone as per weekly chart. We'll go little more clarity later on. First, let's just mark the time zones. What you can do is you can watch this video to the end and then take a screenshot of this entire map, or else you can skip the video forward and save it. Can come back to this video again later on and watch it again for clarity purpose. All right. What you need to do now is to mark what is the possible direction as per time analysis. Like I said earlier, that time will tell us some detail about the price also, but it cannot fully give you the bigger picture, because I told you there's something called inversion. Inversion happens. So there's a possibility of a high in this time zone and also a high. This is what the weekly time frame analysis is telling us. Possible high in this time zone. It is not telling you lower high or higher high. It is just telling you possible high. That's all at present now. Now let's move on to another daily time frame analysis. Now we finished marking for the remaining part of the year important time zone based on weekly time frame. All right. Before this, what happened was important time zone was for a low, major low of the year near your May month, right? Obviously, it got shifted because of your election, right? First week of June became the major low. All right. Before this, the month was January. In January, you were expecting a major low. So that came around January 23rd. That was the low of the year so far. Actual low of the year was supposed to be formed in May month, right? Because of the election results, it got postponed. This you cannot predict in advance. This time cycle, all this does not happen. But obviously, June 4th and 5th was an important date for us. We used time analysis on a shorter time frame to calculate this date. All right, let's get back into our mapping. Let's map the entire time frame. So there are three methods. First one is weekly time frame. What this is telling us is simple. After a high made anywhere here, as per the normal time frame, I'm telling you, okay, as per the normal cycle, not inversion cycle, as per the normal cycle on a weekly time frame, there's a good chance if you make a high here, we can continuously fall towards the December month. All right, it could be the yearly high at this time. This is one of the possibilities. But what we want is precision. We want multiple time frames to confirm this view for us. We cannot stay fixed at one time frame. So what we'll do is when we shift towards daily time frame analysis, we'll see that we get first, there are two parts, and one of the part of daily time frame analysis is 9th and 12th September time zone. So 9th and 12th September, let's mark that. So the more you go for a smaller time frame, what happens is you will get more clarity. So 9th and 12th September. All right, let's mark this. We'll change the color here. We'll mark it with blue. All right. This is another time zone for a high. Let's mark it as a daily time frame, D, and we'll make it a high. All right. The second zone here is 6th to 10th October. 6th to 10th October. Now this is matching with the weekly time frame, right? The weekly time frame, one of the time zones is what? Towards the end of September, September end and October first week. So daily time frame, first part is telling us 6th October. 6th October is a holiday. It is I think Sunday. So we'll mark 7th. Okay, we'll mark from okay one day earlier. Let's mark 4th to 10th. Right. So this is coinciding. It is important for us now because it is coinciding with a weekly time frame also. So we'll mark this as a high. Again, market time will not tell us which is it's a higher high or a lower high. We'll discuss that when we come to price analysis. First, let's mark all the time zones. Next, the next part which I want to discuss is the annual cycle. Annual cycle for Nifty using some GAN methods. I have found how to calculate the annual cycle. You can do it for any stock, you can do it for any index, right? Point here is we want to find the connection with these time zones. Is there a connection with them? Annual cycle will give you monthly cycle. It will give you important dates in the month. Sometimes you will see there are no major moves in some months, right? It simply goes sideways or it's chopping around in a range. But some months you will get major lows. Some months you will get major highs. Why does this happen? Again, annual cycle plays an important role. So on a daily time frame, we get the annual cycle for the entire year. There are two parts in the annual cycle, right? Which is a major cycle and there's a minor cycle. So what I'm going to discuss is the combination of both. What do we need from the annual cycle? We want to check if there is any connection with these time zones. All right. We want to check if there is any connection with these time zones. Now let's map that also. So for the annual cycle, the first connection comes near your 22nd to 23rd August. So 22nd, 23rd August. Let's see where it is. So in the weekly time frame, we found one zone in the last week of August. So 22nd and 23rd August is very close to that, right? 22nd and 23rd August. So let me mark this with a different color. We'll change it to white. All right. Second, let me just change the color. It'll be clear for you. Right. So one of the cycle is 22nd August to 23rd August as per the annual cycle. One of the connections. It is close to the weekly time frame and this is showing a low. This is showing a low. So there's a low here, then there's a high here. So which one is correct? Simple question everyone will have. Why is the annual cycle showing a low, but on a weekly chart, it's showing a high? Now, this is what 99% so-called GAN traders, astro traders, they cannot explain this because this is not component of time. It's component of price. Low and high is component of price. All right. The dates you can calculate no matter what method you use, but low and high is very important to understand only when price reaches there. All right. When price reaches this time zone, only then we will know whether market is making a low or high here. All right. So before that, we are just marking these zones where we must put our entire focus on. All right. These are the areas where trapping happens. These are the areas you will see in the future. Major news events will come. These are the areas where, some global cues will come or domestic cues, whatever they may be. I don't know them. What can happen? Those are the cause of some move. What we are trying to do is we're trying to find the effects. We are studying the effects directly. Okay, cause and effect. That is a different topic. We'll discuss that in another video sometime later. But right now, the first connection with the annual cycle and weekly and the other methods we have is here, 22nd August to 23rd August. Next, what do we have? We have 9th and 12th September. 9th and 12th September. It is matching with your daily time frame cycle. Where is 9th September? Yeah, exactly, it's matching here, right? So 9th to 12th September is the same zone again. 9th and 12th September. This is matching with a high. High on daily. This is your annual cycle. 2 cycles. So we'll just mark it as 2. High twice. Okay. 2 times we got high in this time zone. So this becomes a very, very important time zone for us. It is critical now. What we'll do is we'll highlight it and we'll keep the time zone of your 9th to 12th September. Very important for us, because there are 2 methods which are matching exactly at that time. Now, there are other phenomena also after your month of October, but when your weekly time frame itself is suggesting that a move, if it comes high like this, it can directly go fall towards December. I think it is much more important we find this important area rather than study small bits here. We have found some important areas. We know which areas to focus now, exactly where to put our attention towards. What you must understand, the last connection with your annual cycle is 3rd to 7th October. Again, this is forming in, there is already a connection here between your orange and blue. This is your weekly time frame orange and your daily time frame blue. The annual cycle again is connecting here between 3rd to 7th. You just mark it, 3rd to 7th August, right? So twice 7th August, October. This is October. So there are 2 times again a connection coming here in October month. So we'll mark this as a very important zone for us also. Right? So all the zones, let me mark it for you. Let me write it down for you so you can take a screenshot here on a weekly time frame. I'll just mark it. 1 second. I have it already written, so I will just copy paste it for you. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Simple. I have it written down for you, copy pasted it so you can follow it with your own time. You can follow it with your own analysis, whatever price action, moving averages you follow, whatever strategies you follow, you can copy paste it. So this is very simple. Take a screenshot of this, okay, and keep it with you. Remember, do not get trapped in this time zones. That is my entire view which I wanted to share with this in this big picture video. Do not get trapped. There is nobody right now who will share these details with you in so much patience, because everyone wants to pay, buy subscriptions and make subscriptions out of this. Okay, so draw this on your in your charts, keep an alert for you guys, and you will find it very useful going into the future. Don't go with the bias. I'm telling you again, don't go with the bias. Suppose the first concept which I taught you in the beginning of this video, time inversions, instead of a high, what if market makes a low at this time? Correct? Instead of a high, what if market makes a low at this time? What will you do? That is the time inversion. So you need to study price action in this time zone separately. Don't keep any bias. Let the price come in this time zone, then study it. All right. For studying price action, I have already provided beginners and intermediate course available on the YouTube channel. Definitely go and study that. If you want to study it in Hindi, it's available. If you want to study in Tamil, Telugu, and English, everything is available for you guys. Remember, it's up to you now, okay, to study and practice. Now, let's discuss price aspect. We have discussed time, we have marked important time zones, everything is done. Let's discuss some price elements now. On a higher time frame, from the weekly time frame, from the low of 16,800, from the low of 16,800, I've told you that many times. I've told this, but I'll repeat it again. This is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, we are in a wave 3 right now. Okay, in this part, in the wave 3, this is only wave 3.4. We are going for a 3.5 wave right now, as per the information we have based on the analysis, based on the structure so far. Okay, this is most likely a 3.5 based on the information we have so far. What does this mean? It means it has some invalidation points. Okay, we'll discuss the levels also. For now, I hope this is clear. I hope this part is very clear, that this is not a fourth wave from the low of 16,800. This is a 3.4 and we are going for a 3.5. So I have told this to my private members already, but just to recap, what I wanted to share this is that if the high is made here, if there is a high made here, there's a very, very good chance for a long time we will see a correction. At least minimum 3 months correction, or we can ideally go for 6 to 8 months correction in the market. Why? Because after a 3.5 wave gets completed, we go for a fourth wave. Fourth wave is the correction phase in the market. It is distribution phase. It is very, very tricky. It can come in any form. It can be ABC pattern. Okay. It can be ABC pattern. It can be a flat pattern, sideways pattern, whatever you want to call it. Then we have triangles that can form, right? Everything to confuse the retail traders, everything to wipe your accounts. So this is the most dangerous phase. And after this phase will be a trending move again. So that we have to catch. That will come probably maybe after 2025 or somewhere in 2025. We'll discuss that. Those who are following me and those who are connected with me obviously will catch that low also. All right. So now, for now, very simple, guys. I've given you time. I've given you a picture of time analysis. Now let's discuss the levels. This point from here, if market is moving very fast, like a pump or some wave fifth, okay, so we need levels for that. So let's draw the level. This is the levels which I have already marked once before, but I'll share them with you. Before that, I gave you a few levels on the Twitter platform, like the X platform, where I have shared a level for big boy bears, meaning there are some levels where the bears might be sitting. So first level I gave you was around 24,000 and another one was around 24,848, something like that, approximately. I'll share the link to my Twitter. You can find it there. These levels are important. Now, if this is a wave 5, it can turn any time now. Listen to me, what I'm trying to tell you. Minimum requirement for this wave 5 is completed. It can turn any time. All right. If this market we know can turn any time, are we going to become positional long players here? No. Obviously, if you have enough experience, you know how to navigate the market. If you know how to navigate risk, it is very important that you can follow your own analysis and do whatever you want. But the idea of capturing 500, 600 points overnight, should be reduced here. We should be very careful. Now, if I'm telling you, if yearly high has to be made around August or October or September, whatever, like I told you before, do not carry the bias now itself. It can be a lower high also. What will you do? Suppose budget is coming around your 22nd, right? Around your 22nd, if budget is coming, if market makes a high here and later makes a lower high, what are you sitting and expecting? You're sitting and expecting, okay, market will make high here at this time, that time you will short. Do not make such expectations. All right. Study the lower time frames, study the higher time frames, and make a smaller time frame view for 200 to 300 points only on the upside and downside. Maintain this ideology all the time. Don't try to focus far away of 1,000 points capturing and all that. First capture 200, 300 points, then you can focus later on. All right. Look for vision within this range. Next. What next? Here, fifth wave is happening and we need to understand the smaller time frame for that. For smaller time frame analysis for coming week, I have already shared it with you guys. I have put it in the Hindi and Tamil Retail Army channels. The links are in the description. You can go have a look there. I'll just give you a brief idea of what can happen in the coming month of your July month. So in the July month, we are tracking a possible wave 4 here. We'll connect this with a higher time frame also, don't worry. From the levels of 23,350, I personally am tracking a 3.4 at this level, either here or here. For the upcoming week, I see two possibilities. One of the possibilities that a third wave is completed here fully, wave 3.5, and now we are in a fourth wave. In that case, what will happen next week is possible move up higher, and then we have a move down for C wave. For next week, very important is from your 10th to 12th zone. We already have global news events happening here. For now, let's focus on what can happen here in this time zone if we get a low, right? From 10 to 12th, if you take another day, let's say 15th onwards, that is your Monday, right? 12th is Friday, 15th is your Monday. So from there, if we get a new high towards your budget from your 22nd to 24th zone, so budget is I think on 23rd, right? So this time zone, if we get a new high, that will tell us easily that we need to short the market in this time. Simple. Exact opposite if it happens, that is your inversion. If inversion takes place, meaning on 12th, if you get a high, right? On 12th, if you get a high, suppose this is your 12th, if you get a high here, then market can fall before the budget, and post budget we can have a rally in the market. It's very simple for June month. And if this happens post budget, if we get a rally, then towards the month of August, August end and September, it's possible to form a high in the market. All right. Simple, guys. I'm not trying to confuse you. There's a lot of information in this video. What you need to do is go and study the smaller time frames. If you're connected with me in the Telegram group and subscribe to this YouTube channel, I always provide regular updates on this structure. All right. You have time now, you have price now. What you need to focus is on the combination of both. For that, like I said, I'm trying to share a small series, where using 50K capital, we want to build an account. Again, I'm using a demo account and I'm showing few trades there where we study price and time. Again, in FNO, people get confused. There's futures and options. Options, people either go for buying or they go for selling. What I'm trying to do is do a combination of both and show within 50K capital how a small retailer can build the account. I'm not here to tell you to take a trade. I'm not giving trade hints, suggestions and all that. I'm just using a demo account and showing you how it is possible. So the first week of July, using 50K, we got a 5K profit. Now we are currently taking a small stop loss on Friday for 1.6K. Next week, again, we will, for the 11th expiry, we'll have to recover this stop loss, as well as we'll try to come in some profit. All right. So this is what I share in the Telegram group, as well as some intraday levels, intraday time zones and intraday levels for those who follow intraday analysis. All right. I'll see you guys in the Telegram group and in another video. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. You understand the higher time frame picture, where the market is standing right now. Is it good for investors or is it not? You have future dates, time zones also. Let the price come here. Like I'm telling you, let the price come here. Then you understand whether high or low is happening or market is inversion. If you're following me, yes, we will discuss this live in the market, and I will always post structures for you. Please study. Do not get trapped in the market in this time zones. We are all same in front of the market. Does not matter what capital you have, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 10 crore, 1 crore. It does not matter. We are all retail traders. We are all the same in the front of the market. All right. So we need to help each other to understand whatever knowledge we have. We need to share. Okay. Good luck, guys. I'll see you in another video, and I hope you find this video helpful. Definitely do hit the like button so I can make such more important videos for you guys, and you will be well informed in advance. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in another video.